one of these?
That would have been easier to get her open than with my head, but it's too late now.
Glottis, you are truly the best among us. I presume, I know, like, you know, like most of us try and solve a problem with our head, but that's not really what the example calls for.
I mean, practical solutions.
Yes. Well, I mean, the practical solution doesn't often result in concussion, Brian, to be fair.
Fair what?
There seems to be a bit of a lump on your head there, just at the top, just where your head.
It's called a divot.
Yes, it is. Correct. I'm impressed that you still know these words after such damage.
I like to retain the information that has been inflicted upon me. Thank you very much. Slagged relentlessly in school by students and teachers.
It's me, Meche!
Who amongst us hasn't been bullied relentlessly as children? That's why we're all here now. Yes, we're looking for attention.
Travelers beating you with a golf club, does that count?
Then I'm never.
Oh, without question, yeah. Was it on school time?
No.
Was it a shorter? Was it a short put? Was it a sandwich? What was it?
It was a wedge. It was a wedge.
It was a wedge. Yeah. See, that's the details that are kind of important in this story, you know. Like, because like if you told me now that it was a 9-iron, I'd feel sorry for you. But it's a wedge. Come on, bro.
It's a wedge. It's a wedge.
Yeah.
Literally just walking down the pathway, you know. But this was in the day when I had long hair,
I need this weed.
and there was that whole prejudice against people who like the music of a certain
Genre.
Yeah, the genre.
No, listen, they get away with it legally because we're just playing true.
Yeah, because fucking an active roadway is definitely the course.
Yeah, I had a couple of instances of nearly being bludgeoned mercilessly, but I was either too fast or people remembered that my dad fixed their bike the day before.
Why was your dad assisting in these endeavors?
9,000 children approximately would show up during the summer months and say, "Can we have a lend our pump?"
Did you all sound like that? Did he?
Very much so, yeah. Each
yeah.
one of them,
Okay.
to varying degrees. Yeah, we were the only available inflatable service that was close.
Inflatable service.
Seemingly.
You would have walked with the pump on the road, essentially.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Why does it make me think of the scene in the van where all the kids are like following the fucking van down the road? They got your pump there, pal.
Yeah.
Fucking scrubbers.
The day I turned around and told them, you know, you can, you know, the air in the garage is free. Yeah, but you're closer. And yous are free as well.
You have to applaud their notice of convenience. You're closer though.
But that kept us. That kept me out of a lot of trouble for years. It was just the fact that.
Well, Dad's not going to fill your tires if you punch you in the face, like.
Yeah. Well, he was fixing, actually, like patching tires and everything, like. To the point where he was buying spare tubes, and I'm like, all right, we have to draw the line or start a bike shop.
I was going to say, start charging, man.
At least
like,
monetize it the fuck, like.
Couple of quid in hand, you know what I mean? That'll do.
Yeah.
Well, knowing what I know now, his reasonale was keeping the kids out of trouble. All that he was really doing was speeding up the Deliveroo service.
I can't move those bikes.
Don't punt Meche the whole day.
It's quite a strange economy that's ended up being there. It's like, hang on, if we kick the shit out of Brian, then therefore that we'll get punctures fixed quicker. It's like there's a piece missing there in that equation, isn't there? It's like, how are we going to get extra business from these assaults? Like,
there was one time, there was a fella who wanted to square it up, and he was just like, no, you can't batter him. His dad fixed the bikes.
Jesus, the cat disapproves.
Hello, you eldritch.
Ever see a pussy lick itself?
Once, actually, yeah.
I have a pump for that exact scenario, but I can't go into too much detail because it's technically a crime.
Well, such a majestic creature to be able to just go, hello, I see you're I see you're on YouTube again. Can I be there?
Father? Father, why hasn't he found
She
the
knows.
code?
She knows. She knows. She knows she's on camera because she completely stopped.
Yeah.
Second or third the camera, I was like,
Oh,
Exactly.
There's a
but there you got some cat content, Jonathan. You can
Yeah.
put that in the description, get more views.
There, yeah.
Nope, yeah, no, I'm down with that. Absolutely.
We also have background spouse. Background spouse has appeared also.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, when I had
There we
them
go.
so
We're
nicely
in.
lined up and
Peak.
everything.
Fucking
Yeah.
peak internet. Pussies that lick itself. Spouses in nightgowns. I'm fucking telling you, I'm all over this shit.
Amazing. All I have is a turkey.
Yeah,
I have
but that,
a complete
that
void.
turkey's had more fists up his ass
Show
than
it.
Bonnie Blue, man.
And he's showing feet. He's showing feet. He's
Oh,
supposed to have his boots on, but he doesn't have his boots on. Did I
well,
get
that's...
Yeah.
You have to
Please,
pay
please,
extra for the boots.
Dustin's off-book business, only flap flaps.
Only wings, surely.
Just flap, flap, flap.
Yeah, I know, but I just think having labias as arms is a bit much.
Well, I wasn't just gonna say only flaps.
I've said that on many occasions because I've had this business discussion with many a friend.
Yes.
Lads, business idea.
Just
But
No
all
one's
they
ever
get is
thought
they
of
pay
this
they pay $5.99 a month, whatever it is, and all they get is pictures of boards. Boards. Only flaps, just boards. Of
And
all
now-
different species and
No,
genus.
hang on. Shouldn't he just be called Just Tits?
Looks like
Did somebody
years
say
of
just
harvest
tits?
reports.
And it is
This
just a
can't
picture
be
of a
what
blue
this
tit.
secret safe is meant to hold.
Yeah, but you see, where only flaps have a variety of
All
different
locked up.
species
These
of
must
board.
be very,
You know,
very
instead
but
of
like
just
that's
the
like
one.
coral harvest.
And-
Well,
Blue-footed,
you
yeah, blue-footed
you
boobies.
get them in with the tits, Dave, and then you can get, and then they can
Man,
stay for the
people in
finches, they
old
can stay for the
days were
heron.
huge.
You know, they can.
Don't
They
be,
can stay for the
make
boobies.
builds,
don't
you know,
be speciest.
Meche, are you
Dolphins
in there?
have
Time to come
flaps
out,
too.
honey. No time for hide and seek.
that's true. They are, of course, the bird of the sea.
This must be the big chipper.
Oh. Fucking scrap.
Yeah,
Scrap.
guys.
Fucking scrap, lads.
Get
that on TikTok.
It's meow.
that on TikTok.
Oh, someone
Fucking
lost.
knock your remote down for you, big dick.
Firstly, I'm shocked and
There you
appalled to
go.
see that cats would not follow your instructions.
They're all locked up. These must be very, very sensitive coral harvest reports.
Say hello. Well, you're not now. I'm saying you can't say hello in the past.
Uh-oh.
I told you to go for
Raoul,
different
I am so,
photos.
so
I
sorry.
did. I told you twice.
You did not tell me that.
Okay, I told you once.
Hi.
Good
Hello.
Electrical current makes my marrow.
Well, you're on camera.
I need to add like one of those black bars and she passes across.
Hey.
We protected her identity to protect the innocents.
Yeah, doorboard. Oh, look at this. He's got his hand in his pockets again.
Wanted to
Yeah.
say, Dave, your beard's looking fucking ravishing, by the way.
No, it's not. It's horrible.
Oh,
The camera
I-
does it justice, to be fair.
I will.
I need to
I-
fucking get this
listen.
thing trimmed.
I will
Why is
get
that
on an
door
airplane.
closed?
I will drive to where I
the
need to
only
drive.
way
I will
I,
slap you
the
severely. Your
wind?
beard looks fucking lovely, and I won't hear anything against
I'll
it.
tell you what, you're not the first one to
Right.
suggest that because I do believe Jerry O'Brien is coming over on a day trip soon to see me.
Lovely.
Oh,
I'll send me slap over via
He's
Jerry.
been doing day trips to UK City so he can get cigarettes for his miss.
Wow. I mean,
And I was like, mate, I've been home like 20 times the last 6 months. I could have
That's
fucking done it. His answer was just 3 dots.
Sorry. I
See-
should have trusted you. It's
that's what I call.
the past
That's what
2
you call
years have been
marriage.
pretty tough.
Oh,
These are the
Things I do for you,
sacrifices
Mum.
you make.
I wanted the day
What's in these
trip.
cases?
things I do for you.
Well,
I don't know, just things.
The things I forget to do for you.
The things I meant to do for you, but I forgot because I fell over.
Yeah.
They just sit there.
Dishes.
That's true.
I'm going for a record. I think I'm
When I was a
actually
hot
gonna go
salesman,
for a
I
full
used to see
week
double-in tickets
of
all
not
the
putting
time,
clothes
and
away.
they move.
What do you mean they move?
And you're
They become
still
No, you see,
allowed.
I-
become human souls.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Belongs
if I
to
don't
you,
put clothes
will
away,
actually fly into
I
your
get
hand.
fucking.
These
I'm
tickets-
telling you.
Yeah.
the tickets in that
Surprised I
safe
haven't been
jar.
hung from a tree yet,
Like
but
they're-
I still do it though.
Hector and
Her
Dominic
resolve
decoding
is
cases of
limited
counterfeit double-in
due to the
tickets.
growing of certain plant life.
I didn't know you grew weed.
Why would Hector and
Technically,
Domino
it's
be
a kidney
holding
bean
cases
right
of
now.
counterfeit double-in tickets? Warning. Fire system. Do not touch.
Are you gonna rebate?
Yeah.
So much so, I was reminded of my lack of masculinity due to the fact I did a one-shot in D&D and played Harley Quinn. And yeah, the lads were a little bit worried that my body gestures were pretty on point for.
But we've spoken about this before, Brian. You act the character and the voice will follow. Your body does the work, yes. And the voice will follow.
Yes.
Well, I just realised I can make it extreme. I just realised the other day while doing some practicing that I can do a monstrously fucking terrifying voice while breathing in.
Yes.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of them.
Am I going to use the shit out of that?
Yeah. There's a few of them. Very good robot noise. Yeah,
yes, it is.
Well, internal.
But I've been going like ogre almost.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really put a type on it yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm lucky enough in that I think most of them, like my external kind of goes quite well, but it's into that range where you can.
Yeah, that depends on what your active range is, like, you know.
It's hard to.
Some of us are just kind of fortunate to be able to just kind of go a few octaves deep.
Yeah, I don't have a deep voice, right? So for me to play like a teenager or for me to play like a guy in his early 20s, it's easy because my voice isn't like very deep. Really easy because my range is naturally high anyway. But if you were to ask me to fucking, you know, do James Earl Jones or Barry Wright, tell me to fuck off. Like,
there are tricks to it. I'm just lucky. I've had a very isolated.
Lot of fucking work though.
Lot
of fucking work.
It's a slight squeeze, slight glottal squeeze.
Tough enough to do though, to be fair.
Like
I mean, you can squeeze it up, but
it's an odd one. That you can actually once you learn how to get the right type of squeeze, it's like being on a bike.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, like that's also like how to do a Kermit the Frog voice. Like it's just like you're narrowing it wrong.
If I do that for half an hour, it strains me, so I have to like.
Yeah, I get a neck cramp
flex,
if I do.
I have to flex the muscles. To be able to do it for longer.
You get a neck cramp or a frog in your throat.
Fuck Brian.
Fucking hell. You really made a muppet out of me.
Catching. The jokes are gonna get more concentrated now ×2. You know, I'm gonna get that fucking.
You're on the clock twice now for the jokes.
I'm gonna get the multi joke bonus. Thanks very much.
The double entendre, if you will.
You have to chain them together, like, you know.
It's called sleep deprivation. Oh yeah.
And you're having another one. How your self-punishment is on the rise with you.
It was worth it for those 15 seconds. New record.
You think that at the time you're like, yes, this is totally fucking weird. Then you wake up next morning like that. Oh man.
Let's go.
Be fair, right? He wasn't sleeping anyway, so he might as well make some use of his time.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
You know?
Now we're on a beach.
We're on a beach. Yes.
Waiting for God.
We had two very annoying puzzles there to solve, and they've been dispatched and never spoken of again.
I have to figure a way to launch that ship Glottis found.
Okay.
What I need is a giant stork to deliver that big baby right here.
Big baby, large stork, launching. Fuck you, Manny. Right? My baby's perfectly sized.
I'll get us a
jackass.
It's a nice sized baby with a small turkey.
Yeah.
But yes, no, this is the next part fun puzzle is to try and get the ship that Glottis is clinging on to dear life with and bring it above ground.
Above sea level.
Indeed. Because of course we can trust Glottis to have it repaired by the time that we come back, but we also have to get it outright onto the dry land in order to get there in order to escape.
I was laughing outside of my face with the fact that Glottis had his heart made with machinery, and given my recent medical history, I was like, my God, I might actually be it. I might actually be it.
Have you had experiences with being put together with machinery?
I might have to be. Actually, well, the ECG came back okay, but I did have the moment where I was just like, all this talk around like me heart and stuff, and now I'm like, maybe I actually am Glottis.
Yeah. At long last, you finally found your spirit animal. That's what it is.
Yeah, I genuinely, there's a little part of me that thinks we are connected via the multiverse.
Do you consider yourself a speed demon, Brian? Or perhaps you have felt that maybe there's been a grand overture in that regard?
Fast brain, slow body. Fast animals, slow children. Coming up next on CBS.
Damn, you're scary.
These puzzles are getting, like,
I can't get out
on
of here.
scale
There's no
larger.
Yeah. The way I described this to someone else was that like
Can't get out of here.
this
There's
whole
no ladder.
level, this year, if you like, in the Grim Fandango adventure is all very mechanical puzzles. It's very like, you know, like spatial awareness and physics, that sort of stuff. Whereas Rupert Carver was very social, kind of with social puzzles. It was all about like, you know, get something off this guy, very transactional stuff. Like if I was to really do a kind of deep dive into how this game was kind of put together, like every year has very different style of puzzles and requiring some different like kind of like base level of skill set. So like even I'm thinking about where we basically saw the ship in half. That's because you had to have a basic understanding that like if you pull one side of the other and basically create a saw motion with two chains, it was like that takes a little bit of thinking under pressure, you know. And likewise, what we were talking about over there was where we're in the kind of safe room, and the water is pooling over in the floor. But obviously, we're hoping it would flood. It didn't, so there's a hole in the floor. So now you have to kind of go, okay, if there's a puddle coming out, then obviously the center is where the water's coming from. Like again, that takes a little bit of thinking, like a bit of like logic to figure that out, you know. So yeah, it's certainly a lot of mechanical puzzles in this level in particular. And I argue that like in the final year of this game, there's no actual kind of discernible like theme. It is just like, okay, now here's some more of this and some more of that, you know, kind of ties everything together. So it's just interesting to have such a literal gear change in the puzzle design, you know. Which I suppose.
Oh, he's like gladiators. Get on the tramolator.
That's what it reminded me of, actually, was him like properly Kate Bushing up that fucking trawler, like, you know.
Oh, the claw's back. You never see them going down the tramolator. No. Oh, he's breaking new ground.
Yeah, this is really annoying. I'm trying to get the chain to basically land in the trough there, so then the chain will come all the way down then to where the ship is. But just a really annoying little thing is happening. It's not going down there, and it's like it's something very stupid. In fairness, I think it'll fix it like in a few minutes, but it is also in that case where like, okay, is the game not letting me do it because I haven't done something yet? I can't remember how the rules of the game works for this sort of thing, you know? Because like sometimes, like I played enough adventure games to know that sometimes very obvious progress is denied because you haven't set off a dialogue flag previously, and that's what's stopping you. You know.
Good point. I was just wrenching it
Again, in
apart,
fairness
but
to
you're
LucasArts,
right,
they are
it's
very, very
true.
good with dialogue flags like that. They don't tend to pull the handbrake unnecessarily. But again, when you're doing stuff like 3D games, just sometimes something like that can stumble you. You know.
Like there's the obvious thing that you came up with as the game designer, and you're like,
yeah,
clearly this is very obvious, and then you're like, yeah, but I'm in the room making it. When it's like, well, clearly the answer to the puzzles is left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
And you forget that there's other options in those little in each room, and you're like, no, they went right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
See, that's always the trade-off. In fairness, with something like an adventure game, is that essentially the great conceit with everything to do with adventure games is that you have to be on the same line of logic as the person who made the puzzle, and that person could be a very sensible human being, and typically the kind of answer you have is quite logical and perhaps a little bit like simple, or the person who made the game could be a fucking maniac and has decided to just make its own rules, you know. We played Discworld already on this series, and Discworld's a fascinating one where moon logic is welcome. You know, like that's the whole point of the Terry Pratchett universe, is that shit doesn't make sense, and nor should it. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole premise. So then so how do you like create video game puzzles in that regard? You know, and in fairness, like the last puzzle in the game is actually really, really clever, but it is a case of like, okay, you have the scenario, flip it on its head and go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm replaying the Ace Attorney series at the moment, just not for anything but going beyond my own kind of like, distraction. And it's that kind of same thing where like sometimes you might know where you're at, you know what destination you're going to in terms of the case. You know who the culprit is and you know how to stop, how to get there. But the game is not ready for you to say that yet. So you have to work back the way and get to the middle midpoint of the logic and then let the game catch up with you, which again, that's a quirk of graphic novels in a sense, that you might know where we're going with the plot, but you have to let the plot get there in its own time, and that can be very frustrating as well. So I think you get that with every game really.
Have you looked into Danganronpa?
I played a bit of Danganronpa, yeah. Currently on the other parish we're playing 999 with the one of the nonary games. So we're going to be doing like that and then going back. We started Danganronpa and then we kind of postponed it, so we might go back to it again at some point.
I've watched people play it, and it's so colourful and intriguing, but also magic. And I can see where you want to take a break from that.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's a lot. It's a very Danganronpa in particular for the visual novel is very much overstimulation. Like there's a lot of shit going on, and like the characters are very Japanese, and I think again that's a quirk with all those. With this whole genre is so Japan coded. Like there's no. I'm struggling to find a game that like is a Western kind of acceptable Western visual novel that isn't Ace Attorney, kind of way. That's like it's the most general one that can that's easily digestible, like that isn't like kind of full of like weird kind of like Japanese perverts and tropes, kind of way. Like
you say that as if it's a bad.
Well, again, it's what mostly with the Ace Attorney thing. Like the original trilogy is full of nonsense, but the thing is like they're all played for jokes. Right, and then once they realize, oh, we actually have an audience outside of Japan. Shit, we better be sensible about our character design and stop being weird.
Localization is the death of creativity.
Very much so, yeah. But again, that's also like knowing that okay, we have a more general audience here. Let's not freak them out in a sense. But in return, what they've done is they've made all the characters wonderfully designed. Everyone's now eccentric in a different way. So now they're all have some sort of gimmick. They're almost like pro wrestlers in a sense. They have a gimmick of some description, and that's what makes them interesting as well.
I genuinely cannot wait for my voice to be in an anime one day, and it fucking will be in there.
That's the joy of video games, isn't it? Like there's so many fucking options there in that respect.
Just TV, dubs, all that stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. So this maybe you were talking about the physics aspect of this puzzle. Like this is one here, right? So. Even just to get to the point where I want to get this chain down this trough here, right? And now I have it looped around the anchor here. So now I have an actual chain to tie to the ship. But to get there, you have to destroy 3 different things in order to do it. So again, very much like such a very different change of pace.
Manny's the bad guy. That's what I'm telling you.
See?
He's going around kicking lumps out of everyone, ruining everything.
Yeah. It's for a worthy cause, in fairness. It's a save Meche,
Yeah, it is.
It's been a while since I've seen Meche, John. It's been a while. It's been a while now. I think he's taking his time getting the Meche there now. I think he's enjoying this trip down Destruction Lane.
In fairness, it took him 3 years to get to this point, so he is taking his sweet ass time with this fucking rescue mission.